Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Virtuals, SPX and HBAR price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with Virtuals here on the daily, where we still have a potential wave 3 here in an impulse and looking for a very long sideways wave 4 and a wave 5 towards the upside. The possibilities start to get low. Chances, of course, when you take a look at the alternation between 4 and 2. The time for wave 4 is horrible, right? Is very, very much bigger than the wave 2. Therefore, higher possibility here goes for a wave A in 3 waves towards the upside. And we're looking currently for a long sideways wave B, and then looking for wave C for higher prices. And that means, of course, this wave B might take, of course, a little bit longer time here rather than being in a wave 4. This wave B can seek for a new low here, or it can be, of course, something as a triangle here. A, B, C, D, E, meaning one more zigzag there and pushing for higher, knowing that the wick, it took the low, which I don't like it, and I don't know how to calculate this, because many platforms did not took the low, for example, which it works perfectly as a triangle. Therefore, also, I think I have to ignore a little bit the wick here and consider it, of course, as a zigzag finished, potentially as a triangle here. And in case it is not, let's say it is a W, X, and a Y here, because of course it's 3 waves there. So W, X, and a Y, and then you have 3 waves up here for a wave B, and you're looking for a wave C then to finish a wave B. By all means, we have 2 possibilities, whether a zigzag finish or diagonal, yeah, or an impulse. Of course, it can be an impulse as well, wave C. But of course, we're gonna take it step by step. Currently, of course, I'm looking for lower, whether zigzag or diagonal, and we'll see, of course, what's gonna happen on the lower time frame here. So on the lower time frame, I'm looking, of course, for a potential here impulse finished in a wave A, and potentially can be a W, but higher possibility wave A or a wave 1, of course, of that diagonal, if you remember, because we are finishing here a wave C potentially, right? So if this wave C is unfolding, of course, this is then your diagonal starting from there, or an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So basically W, X, and a Y, meaning the zigzag, we push for higher. We hit, of course, the target here, and then we push for higher, right? In case we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 diagonal, then okay, same almost target, maybe a little bit lower, more time a little bit, and then we push for higher. If it is an impulse, well, we're gonna break so much this, yeah. So when we break this impulsively, then okay, we're gonna claim, of course, an impulse towards the downside. Now, currently, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 did not work, even if the invalidation is not taken yet. I'm not gonna wait until that time. 0.618 also taken, and we dive deeper here impulsively. And therefore, of course, yeah, I'm still looking for lower, and the macro level also confirms it. So therefore, I'm still, of course, looking for lower prices for virtuals here. Invalidation, of course, I mean, even if not taken, it is already invalidated, guys, I would say. So yeah, so basically 0.39, 0.60 cent, we'll see, of course, for virtuals. This is what we are expecting. For SPX 6900, we are also looking here at this potential impulse finish there, top, probably finished an impulse in a wave A or a wave 3, I would say here. So 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5. Wave A, of course, it is a 3 waves, A, B, C here. You're looking for a deeper wave B. Now, this impulse there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, I doubt it a little bit, because of the wave 3 is a little bit choppy here. It doesn't really reflect a perfect impulse. So I'm thinking, what if that this is an A, B, and a C as well, expanding flat? So that is a possibility as well here, that it might lay down behind. Of course, this impulse wave 3 here is a little bit doubtful, yeah. And that means, of course, it can be a WX and a Y, 3 waves here, something like that. And then, of course, having here an A, B, and a C. And that means, of course, expanding flat can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here that we are looking for a wave C, expanding flat, because this looks impulsive anyway. And that means, of course, on the 2-hour chart, if this is a case scenario, you would like to take the 1.618 here, which is, of course, between the $0.20 and $0.28. And as you can see, we're pushing down impulsively here, right? So we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 that we might reach. Also, in confluence, by the way, the wave 5. Yeah, so you have also here potential wave 1 in the orange if you follow, wave 2 here, right? And then you have wave 3 and wave 4, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 5. Meaning it's an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave C, very likely in an A, B, and a C. Another possibility, of course, is an A, B, and a C zigzag, where you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well, very likely. Another possibility also can be a W, X, and a Y. Yeah, so this structure is very, very complex, but the W, X, and a Y, you might have an ABC zigzag as well here. Now, this for me is a little bit also like I'm considering it as W because, of course, the wave 4 interfered with the zone 1, which is not allowed normally as of course, as an impulse. Therefore, you have to go diagonals. And when you go diagonals, the wave 3 is longer than wave 1. Wave 5 is shorter than the wave 3, which is also not allowed in expanding diagonal. Meaning, of course, W. We have no other option, right? So W, X, and a Y, very likely that it is a zigzag there. So many signals there for SPX. A damage impulse. Also not reliable wave 1. Turning into W, X, and a Y. So also very, very interesting. So I would say in any case of these possibilities, the price will lay over there, in any case. And then we might see, of course, something pushing toward the upside. Yep, so these are the possibilities for SPX. Let's see HBAR for HEDERA. For HEDERA, we are looking also at this sideways triangle. It is a consolidation for the price there. We have an A, B, C, D, and an E. Potentially the wave E might unfold soon, but of course the wave D is not finished yet here. And we might still looking for a little bit lower, of course, in a zigzag, and then pushing higher. Yeah, very likely that this is a scenario that it is unfolding in case we are in an A, B, and a C toward the upside. Therefore, okay, you want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. So it's the same zigzag that you want to finish for a wave 2. Yeah, so in both case scenario, even if you are in a W, X, and a wave Y, this wave Y has to be also like 3 waves. I would say wave Y should have been finished there actually, because it is already a 3 waves here. But what if it is something like ABC, ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning bigger flat wave Y. So also you need these 3 waves to be done. Meaning we need, of course, to check this, what is going on over there. So for HBAR there, from the high here, we start, of course, a potential A, B, and a C, right? So we have an ABC there unfolding. Now, how I counted this, so I took this as diagonal, and you might have here also an A, B, and a C there to finish, of course, a wave B, meaning it's a very annoying W, X, and Y internally, because anyway, it ends up in 3 waves. So obviously W, X, and Y in a wave B. And then you have the impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, the 1 is perfect, the 2 is fine, the 3 is perfect, the 4 is fine, not interfering. Now the wave 5 is a zigzag, meaning very likely we are unfolding here and ending diagonal. And this is exactly how we're gonna finish, of course, this potential wave C here inside this box, of course, for HEDERA. Yep, so those were the updates for SPX6900, virtuals, and HBAR. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.